Hello friends, welcome to the stream of rural governance, growth and strategies. I am Saket Bihari. Today's topic is rural governance, the introduction part. Rural governance incorporates community building process that develops leadership, enhance social capital and personal networks, and strengthen a community's capacity for improvement. Rural governance incorporates a variety of decision making and implementation process by a wide range of people, organization, institution within and beyond the government functionaries. It also includes non-profit groups, faith-based organizations, community foundations, citizen alliances, business associations, and so on. The idea of effective rural governance was primarily embedded in land reforms that figured very high on the national agenda since independence. The abolition of intermediaries between the estate and the farmer, the protection of tenancy rights were some of the issues that attracted the attention of policymakers in our country. During the freedom movement, the revenue administration machinery was put in charge of rural development program and into which some functionaries were injected. The bureaucracy was deeply mistrusted and was even subjected to repeated criticism by national political leadership during the struggle for independence. And the simple reason was that even after independence, the Indian bureaucracy was still bearing the footprints of colonial Raj. It has also been noticed by the builders of modern India like Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. They commented on colonial bureaucracy, saying that it is top heavy and relentlessly expensive. The governance in post colonial India was criticized for at least three reasons. The first was the style and manner in which India won its political independence turned out to be dominant governing norm in all walks of public life. Our country acquired independence under the India Independence Act 1947, and the whole process was called transfer of power. It was characterized by extreme constitutionality and legality that also fostered an environment ruling out any radical violent break with the past. In short, constitutions are known for the Charter of Rights for its citizens, but the Indian Constitution provides protection and safeguards for ruling servants. Legality pervaded all actions, and in that environment, the continuity of colonial administrative system was easy to be divorced from the colonial consideration. As a matter of fact, if you look at the Government of India Act 1935 and our constitution, it is also commented that almost say 75% of our Indian constitution is the reproduction of Government of India Act 1935. The third reason is a sudden and significant change in the perception of national leaders vis-a-vis the administrative people occurred once they occupied government offices, As political executives, they come in close proximity with the continuous contact with the people, servants, and experience their professionalism and dedication. India's present administrative system is thus inherited from the colonial rulers, and it is this structure which entrusted with the function and responsibility of rural development, with a few modifications grafted on it. The most instrumental administrative innovations made by rural development right at the beginning were principally three development blocks as the unit of administration, village level worker as the joint agent of all, and development commissioner as the coordinating functionary at the state level. The institution of rural local governance of India is as old as our Indus Valley civilization, when it was called village panchayat. They were performing regulatory functions and adjudicating civil disputes. After independence, the Constitution of India provided for the establishment of local bodies and Panchayati Raj under Article 40. And the Article 40, which is the directive principle of state policy, entails rural development as a subject with the state, but did not further elaborate upon its structure, functions, and other details. The introduction of Panchayati Raj in the 60s was a major step towards institution building process in promoting people's participation in rural development. In the mid 60s, the funding for community development projects dried up and panchayats got stagnated. In 1979-80, the District Rural Development Agency was established at district level. We call it DRDA. Development institution jointly registered by the union and the state government in each of the district and the societies. The 73rd Amendment of Indian Constitution in 1992 ushered in the present phase where panchayats are described as institution of local self-government. Presently, there are approximately 2,50,000 gram panchayats, 6,500 panchayat samitis, and 500 Jila Parishads. The rural governance follows central government at the top, followed by a state government, district administration, mandal or block administration, and village administration. At the district level, panchayat, it enjoys wide-ranging executive powers, a large annual budget, and a high degree of autonomy in planning and partly indirect election too. At the level of Jila Parishad, there are certain functions which we need to know. The first is to control, coordinate and guide the panchayat samitis and gram panchayat. The second one is to coordinate and consolidate the panchayat samitis plans. The third one is to secure the execution of plans, projects, schemes, etc. And there are corresponding powers with the functions. The first is to advise the state government on all matter relating to the development work among gram panchayats and panchayat samitis. The second one is to undertake or execute any scheme if it tends to more than one block. It may also take over works. It may divert, discontinue or close routes. It may transfer routes to the state government. Then we have Gram Panchayat level. At that level, the plans are prepared and implemented for economic development and social justice. It has power to do all acts necessary for or incidental to carrying out of the functions entrusted, assigned or delegated. Then powers to encourage and make report about misconduct of officials. Then taxation powers are vested with them in all states, whereas other tiers have very limited financial powers. Then we have Gram Sabha. In Gram Sabha, basically we find that the annual budget and developmental plans are approved, and they also assist in implementation. It also identifies the pool of beneficiaries. It mobilizes voluntary labor and ensure contributions in the cash or kind for the community welfare programs. Then we have village, that ensures supply of water for domestic use and for cattle, sanitation and health, lighting of the village, spread of education, preparation of plans for development of the village. It also provides assistance to the residents when any natural calamity occurs. Therefore, the rural governance aims at making democracy functional at the local level and driven by citizens' needs and with their participation. Under the smart rural governance, panchayats have been mandated for economic development, strengthening social justice and implementation of central and state government schemes. The rural governance ensures the proper delivery or the proper execution or the proper addressal of 29 subjects which are already listed in the 11th schedule. Rural governance growth and strategy aims at promulgating the effectiveness of political decentralization, administrative decentralization and physical decentralization in the ambit of different treatment strategies, ensuring pure, sure and secure future of inhabitants in the countryside. Thank you so much.